Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TMA Podcast Live with the one and only Moobsy. And I'm joined by Mr. Pidge, Paul Atkins. Lots and lots to discuss this week. As you probably are aware, we've had a controversial red card, which we'll get on to.
I wonder what game that was from.
Yeah, I wonder what game that was from as well. I'm struggling to remember. But like I say, during the podcast, keep your questions coming in. Keep your thoughts coming in. We want to hear them. Want to hear what you guys want to say as well. So I think it's on with the show. And
right, you start with the game first, and then I'll carry on after.
Yesterday's game. Well, for the first 20 minutes, we did really well. We were on it. We looked up for it. We looked sharp. We looked like we were going to get something from it. Brighton came in, Brighton sort of got a little foothold in it, but, you had Graham Richarlison at the time just running ragged for the first 20 minutes. They didn't even know what to do with them.
Oh.
But then came the most stupidest moment of the game, Mr. Britos. I have watched it back, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has watched it back 100 times now. I still do not understand why he went and done that stupid challenge. It was pathetic, ridiculous. All right, it's knockout. We all, I can safely say, we all hate knockout. Everyone does.
To be fair, he got his karma on that actual game where he dived anyway.
Exactly. It's the Deeney moment for that reason. But why Britos went flying in 2-footed like he did? Yes, he agreed, Colin. Good evening.
Evening, people.
It is disgraceful, and to be honest, everyone's saying it's a 3-match ban. I personally, I don't actually know the rules. If anyone's watching, if they can clarify it, I got a feeling the FA can increase it, and if they do, he has got no one to blame but himself.
Yeah.
So that's
that's your 50 pence.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's my 50 pence worth on it. It's but for the rest of the game, it just absolutely just wrecked the game because we then had to play for over 70 minutes with 10 men.
Yeah.
Fair play to the boys for doing it because they dug in. They absolutely
Last season, I know we keep arguing back, but we can compare it. Last season, we would have lost it. It was a hard-fought draw. My view on that Britos challenge, I heard it because, like I say, I was on a family holiday, so I missed all the excitement. But I managed to catch a lot of highlights on YouTube, thank God, because I didn't go. And I'll tell you what. First thing, obviously, I went and looked at that Britos challenge. The thing is, though, we don't want to dwell in it too much, but it's one of the things that is going to dominate this today. So we will try and cover this all at the start and then just draw a line on it. But my view is, he's apologised as well, apparently, to the players.
He has come out and apologised.
Fair play to him. But looking at it from, everyone's point of view is probably pretty much the same. But it is high, it's reckless. This is based on the morals of the challenge. It's high and reckless. The thing is, though, he didn't actually wind him up, as far as I know, either. So
it is a strange one because
if he wasn't here 4 years ago either, this is what I don't understand. It's not like it's Cassetti.
If it was Cassetti, it'd have been something completely different. But
he still wouldn't have made it any good. It still would have justified it, even if Cassetti was still here and done that. Either,
I do think that there could have been something could have premeditated it because. I don't know if anyone was actually aware of it when Britos actually decided to leave the field of play after his red card.
I couldn't believe he actually protested.
Well, yeah, I think everyone was a bit shocked at that one, even myself included. But when Britos went to go down the tunnel, and I don't know if anyone did see this, please back me up on it. A Brighton substitute got up and actually went to threaten Britos, and Britos wanted to go for more, but he was held back by the Watford staff, which can get him in more trouble.
Yeah,
but I don't think anyone really
it's not
saw
right
it.
for the Brighton guy to get up and start milking it. Just let him go. Yeah. Let him go down the pitch. End of the situation, and then just move on.
So for me, it's sort of I have a feeling something could have premeditated it. But Britos, I'm sorry, mate, you were way.
Right. Also, co-host Dino, Mr. Dino's behind his phone. next door.
Yeah, he's been allowed in tonight.
He's been allowed in tonight with biscuits and tea, which I'll probably make him one later. So he's on here, so he's doing the interaction part of the thing. He's just waved to me with his foot. So he's on the interactive text. So just keep messaging all the topics, and he'll reply if we're too stumped. We'll just look over to him and say, look, we're lost for words, text.
Yeah, and also good evening to my work colleague Russell, who is tuning in. So hello, mate.
Wassel, hello, Wassel.
Hello, mate. I'll see you back at work at some point. I'm not sure when, but I'm sure you'll be turning up.
Game in general.
Game in general, I was actually impressed. I really was. Even after the red card and they settled back down, you know, we still managed to see the game out with 10 men.
They hit the post at least twice.
Yeah, they did hit the post twice, and we got very, very lucky.
Very good. That bit of fortune we wouldn't have got last season.
Yeah, on another day, that ball flies in the back of the net and we're out of it. But, you know, they failed. They failed to take their chances. They failed to capitalise on the situation. So for me, I was actually at the end of the game. I was actually quite pleased we got a point out of it, because it did feel more like a win than anything else. You know, there was, you know, the way the back line held itself out, and I've got to give Cavaselli some praise, because he really pulled his socks up in that yesterday's game.
Apart from the Bournemouth incident, sorry mate, apart from the Bournemouth incident, talking about last season, apart from that, I've always said that he's been promising. Like I say, we love that on here, promising, and he's gradually, and it could be like a Decore sort of scenario where he eventually grows into it and gets to what Decore's trying to do now.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
how much we rave about him now.
I was going to say, Decore again yesterday had a magnificent game. Touches were brilliant, turning players inside and out, retaining possession. Yes, I know we've got the song for him now, but he did give the ball away once yesterday. But it wasn't his fault. It was not his fault. With 10 men on the pitch, I knew something like that would happen at some stage. But he had another fantastic game, and they all did. But the worrying thing yet again is, yesterday, Mr. Cathcart comes on as the replacement. Within 3 minutes of the second half starting, he's literally sat back down on the floor and gone sub.
He disappears
because his leg has gone again. Yeah, it's
true.
It's the disappearing act of Craig Cathcart. It's a little bit worrying.
It's like Alakazam, he's gone.
Alakazam, he's gone, which is quite worrying.
He's quite worrying, because I really do rate that guy. I think he's had so much bad luck the last few months.
I reckon it got cursed when they announced he'd been called up for international duty. He's not even played. They were going to play him in the internationals.
He was for Northern Ireland though, so
yeah, they wouldn't have missed him. I just spotted something there. Jeff. Hello, Jeff from California. Hello,
hi, Jeff. Laura, I was on a family holiday. That's my excuse. And hello.
He's allowed. He's allowed to miss that one. Hello, Laura. I hope you're all right. Hope you're good, darling. Like I say, I was actually really impressed with yesterday's game, despite the fact we were down to 10 men for so long. They just dug in and dug in and dug in. And Richarlison as well. There was times when Brighton poured forward, and I remember they had a corner and they just completely messed it up. And all of a sudden, we sprung a 4-on-1 counter attack. And Brighton were just all of a sudden just nowhere to be seen.
And I like saying Britos' defence, and I've said this before, that for months and months and months, I've slagged him off constantly. I've knocked him all the time, but I tell you what, he's looked really decent up to that point. Apart from that, take that red card away for us. I've really been impressed by him.
Yeah,
and as well, still, him and Cathcart are most consistent. With goals conceded, best back two at the moment. Yeah,
and like I say, Prodel fielding yesterday, he had a fantastic game as well.
Prodel,
very impressed with him. He was actually quite organised as well, which was quite surprising for him for once. But the other thing I was very impressed with when we went down to 10 is they switched players over, and Firmino went to left back. Now if we had an injury crisis, I would actually be very happy to see him go left back.
I like the versatility.
He switched over and he was so comfortable there. Now, anyone at the game yesterday can back me up on that as well, because I was really, really impressed. He wasn't afraid to run at people and take people on.
Well, we saw that at the Sociedad one, the first glimpses of that Sociedad, where he likes it, and he's got that pace to cover as well. If he does make a mistake,
but this was at left back with 10 men.
Yes,
he just still went at them, and it was great to see. So yeah. There was quite a lot of positives yesterday, despite going down.
I mean, the wonders of Sky Sports and Matt Choice. I watched the main highlights of it. I'm not one of these things you just rip it off a match of the day, like you watch like trailers on films and say, "I've seen the film, look," and you just quote all the trailer bits. But I'm glad, because you look at the positives. We've got 5 points, 2 clean sheets,
Yep.
a hard-fought draw against a Brighton side that are licking their wounds. You know, any game, Man City to Brighton to Huddersfield.
Yep.
Any team can win at any
time
throughout the season.
Exactly.
And
that's the one thing we've got. Yeah, that's the one thing they've got.
And also, it works 2 ways with a sending off. We all know this anyway, but you can either lie down. Mm-hmm. And that's it. You know, you feel, oh God, you know, we're panicking, and also, or you can regroup. And we've seen this with other teams that have come to the Vic that have got a player sent off and they played even better. And you sort of think, hang on a moment, why can't we capitalise on this with 9? You know, they're down to 10 men.
Yeah, we've got the extra man. We can't make it count.
Have done it this time. Yeah. And as well, like I say, with another clean sheet.
Exactly.
Like I say, before we would have lost this. So there's the positives coming out.
Exactly.
We've got an international break now to try and get some of the injured players back in.
Yeah, I think the guys from the first week of the season where they got injured at Liverpool, I think they will be back after the international break.
That as well. But fingers crossed, they'll be well. They should be back.
All of them are back out on the training pitch. And I've got a feeling, I don't know why, I've got a feeling Zarati's going to feature very, very soon as well, because he's doing a lot of training now. But yeah, right. Just one more thing on the Britos thing, and then we move completely on from it.
Yeah, I'm going to add one more thing as well.
Should he stay or go? No, he stays. He's done wrong. He's going to take the punishment. I'm sure the club will pull him in the office and give him a fine.
Yeah. Live from New York, Surin.
Hello, Surin. I did see you at the game yesterday. I didn't get a chance to say hello to you.
I've seen pictures. Where's Surin?
Yeah.
I did pick him out. He's over in the corner.
Yeah.
That's a spoiler, by the way. He's on the right bottom corner. Did you see those pictures? So don't blame me. Blame Facebook.
Yeah, it's all Facebook's fault. Yeah. But he's going to get. I think he's going to get a club fine at least. He'll serve the ban, and after he served the ban, I'll quite happily have him back in the team because he is. You know, he does do well, and he has been doing well. It's just yesterday he had a moment of madness, and the blue touch paper was lit, and there's nothing we can do.
When I put my 50 pence on the poll about him leaving, my view was
50 pence.
50. Well, I'll put a pound in next time. I was only short. I only had change for 50p. Yeah, well, you know, I work for the NHS. You got to understand that. But I looked at the opinion of me wanting him to leave in as regards if we got Gibbs, not on the red card. I looked at it as, do we need him if these other players are fit as a centre back? But then also on the flip side of that, he has been playing well. It was a hard answer. Nice. It's a hard question for me to answer. But I was going to say yes, move him on, only if we get a left back. But like you said, with Firmino dropping over to the left,
it does sort of
gives us a bit of versatility.
If we can get someone else in, that'd be fantastic. So.
You did see us get 4 points. Well done, sorry.
Yes, you did. Yeah, just shame we lost to Bristol City as well. Because we would have had the 1-1.
The cup one don't count. It's in league.
Yeah, league's fine. Cup, we'll forget about that pretty darn fast. So right, drawing a line under the Britos thing now. That's it. That's it. Delete. So now. International break. I am not happy we've got an international break already.
Injury-wise, I'm happy.
Yeah, injury-wise, yes, because it means we can get some of them back. But I just feel this is just disrupting the whole thing. It's just FIFA and UEFA being complete and utter dicks now.
It's when they do friendlies that annoys me.
Yeah.
That's when I get frustrated with these international breaks. You know, I mean, to be fair, we should get 6 points out of this anyway.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, because they're both qualifiers. So hopefully we get 6 points out of it. But
nice little debut for Shalabar as well. Be nice.
Yeah, I can actually. I think Shalabar is going to play. I think he's got him earmarked for at least one of the games.
Definitely Malta. Jesus.
I think even I could sort it tomorrow. That's saying something.
You definitely get a shot in anyway, mate.
Yeah, I would. I certainly would, even on my left foot. It is that bad. But yeah, like I say, I am not entirely happy with this. We've only played 3 games, and they're going off on international duty. You know, I'm worried that someone's going to get injured, and if that happens,
Cathcart's done it before, so
yeah,
he just said, "Look, I'm going to get injured anyway. Let's just walk off after 10 minutes." And
Yeah.
I tried.
Exactly. He tried his hardest.
It's the thought that counts, isn't it?
Yeah, cheers, Cap. So yeah, I'm not too happy about that, but hopefully none of our boys get injured and can get back in one piece. So,
well, this right back, Dimitri Falquier, has gone back on loan apparently.
Yes, the mysterious signing of a French under-21. I do not understand. I think this is Pozzo business.
Has he gone back to Granada? We bought him like they usually do, buy him and then loan him back to the club we bought.
No, he's not. He hasn't gone to Granada. He's going off somewhere else. I think he's going to France.
Paris
Saint-Germain could be trying to get him. Anything to spend their money a bit more. Thank you. I knew I was going to get that one.
It's a whiff.
Yeah, it's a whiff. But yeah, I don't understand why we've signed him. Is he one for the future?
Yeah, it makes sense, Colin. Yeah.
Yeah. One on the club side. That's why.
It wasn't a big thing on the club side.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a big thing. It seemed to be all signed very hush and done quickly. And then
that's happened quite a lot though. The Decore one was like that as well when he first signed. It was very hush and it just went bang. He's gone on loan as soon as we said we signed him.
Yeah, he went on loan and come back.
Yeah, but at the time when we signed him,
because he was announced as part of a three because that's when Success turned up as well. So it was him, Success, and Pandara. That's when we signed all three of them. So. It'd be interesting to see if this guy actually does ever feature in a Watford shirt, or would he be the mysterious Wham fan again and never ever play for Watford and just get sold? We wait and see with bated breath on that one.
Where did he end up after Wham fan?
I think
Porto.
No, I think he's at Deportivo La Coruña.
That's it.
If anyone follows the Spanish football, let us know.
Yeah, confirm that.
Can we have that confirmed?
It's blue and white stripes, so I've got.
It's Deportivo. It's Deportivo. Then
blue and
it
white
definitely
stripes,
hasn't gone to Porto.
I had blue and white stripes in my mind. I knew it was one of the clubs. It wasn't Colchester, but that one.
So I'm not baffled with that one. Baffled, but we'll see. You never know. He could end up playing.
Right, up to the transfer window is Wednesday night. Is it Wednesday night, 11 o'clock?
No, it's Thursday. I think it's the end of the month.
That's the first, isn't it? What's the 31st?
Oh, I don't know. I lose track of the days, mate. What's the day today?
No, you are right. Thursday, 31st.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. So
right. Where do you think Where do you think else we need to strengthen? So we look at pretty much. We've accepted a bid for Gibbs. You said 5 million. I say 7 million. It's around that.
It's around that ballpark figure. But I do think we need to get Gibbs in or a left back.
It's a box. Pandora's a box, mate.
Yeah.
He's probably hunting around the box, but we've never seen him anyway. It's Pandora's box.
Exactly.
Like a Rubik's Cube. Watch Hellraiser, mate.
Exactly. I think, defender, yes. It could be we might go and get another striker if Akaka goes. I, for one, am not particularly happy over this.
I wouldn't actually be happy if Akaka goes.
No, because he
played so well against Liverpool.
He's done fantastic in pre-season.
Yeah,
he played every pre-season game from what I can remember.
Gives us another option. I know Deeney gives us a similar sort of option, but
I think Akaka's learned his lesson. Akaka's learned from last season.
He looked like the player he first was when he attacks the ball and makes a nuisance of himself, basically.
Yeah,
when in the box,
he looks like he's gonna, he's actually gonna do something and not get injured. But we wait and see what happens with Akaka. I'm not going to be happy if he goes. I've already said it. I'll say it again.
More will be revealed on Thursday, no doubt.
Well, I think it could be the next 48 hours. Something's going to happen because I don't think Silva's going to be happy letting him go on deadline day if we can't get anyone in.
No.
The only way he's going to go if they know for certain that they've got somebody lined up in the background waiting to get in.
Yeah, central strikers. We probably need at least 3. Central strikers, at minimum 3.
Yeah, and I don't.
With Success going on loan.
Well, this is the other thing. They're saying Success is going on loan, but yesterday he's on the bench. He come on Tuesday night.
It depends if they're still negotiating. We might as well still use him, and then if it doesn't go through, we've got a player that's getting fit.
I just think something's going to flip on this. I can see him being kept back. I can really see him being kept back, but we're going to have to wait and see. We're not entirely sure. So yeah,
Thursday around. I mean, that's going to be intriguing for us to talk about transfers next Thursday with Mr. Dino, because it'll be 2 hours before the transfer window shuts. So
exactly. I'll have to be keeping an eye on it whilst whilst you guys are talking, keep you updated. But yeah, we don't need any more midfielders. We don't need any more wingers. It's just possibly maybe one defender and maybe one striker. That's all we're going to need.
Striker, yes, striker. A forward, no. A striker, yes. A forward would be someone like Carlson and Amrabat. They're forwards. A striker, a Deeney,
an out-and-out striker.
Gray, or I'm not saying to spend 18 million again, but you know what I mean. That sort of player. Striker.
Might well have to go and spend 18 million again.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I just don't know.
We might have to just go foreign again, because Chris.
I was going to say, I think we might just have to go overseas.
See, I actually looked. If we were going to get if we were going to spend that much money again, you would look at someone like Chris Wood. But Burnley have got him now.
Burnley have got him, and he's proven it today because he scored against Tottenham.
A big lump. If you you left a Kaka, you'd get Chris Wood, because he's a similar sort of player.
Exactly.
You know, big lump, holds the ball up.
That
is a very good signing if we sign Jota from Brentford. Oh,
that boy's been on form already this season. I've been keeping a close eye on the Championship.
A lot of the time, I mean, I'm so glad we didn't sign Scott Hogan. Because
he's proven what a waste of money
it's like Ross McCormack. I mean, Jesus, how the hell those guys can command big fees when they've never played in the Premier League is beyond me. But that's me bleating about the oversized fees again.
Yeah, exactly, oversized fees and everything else.
8 million for Jota.
I think that's justifiable. I think that is justifiable. He had a stormer last season. First season in the Championship, he was finding his feet. Last season,
I agree, Jay. He is.
He really, really did come on, and he was part of their spearhead that got him.
Well, you look at some of the decent players that have come out of there from the last few years, from around the Warburton time.
Yeah, exactly.
All the way up.
They've done brilliantly.
Who's their manager now? It's Dean. Somebody, is it?
I ain't got a clue. I have not got a clue.
I remember that experiment they tried to do after Warburton. I know this is not Watford related. It's only because we were going on about Jota, but. You know, they obviously don't work in the Championship. People will say it don't work in the Prem with us, but we haven't been relegated yet. So
exactly.
Also, I want to touch on Silva's press conference. So I've watched it 2 or 3 times now, and I love it. And I've said this before. I love it, the fact that he's so determined to get us to have an identity. He's got a set way he wants to play.
He has.
And he's determined to drill it into our team. I mean, like say an Eddie Howe sort of thing, where he's got his own principles. You know how Bournemouth play, and it'll be great to know, we know a clear view in our manager, coach, however you want to say it, mind how we want to play, and you can identify Watford through Silva.
Exactly.
How he wants to play. He will not.
That's been strengthened by the signings over the summer. Yeah. You know, and also just going back to yesterday's game, I know he was a bit of a ghost player, but Carrillo, when he come on, he does look good. He really awesome. Does.
Honestly, if we can get him playing to that potential.
He got on the ball and he started having a few runs, and I was like, hang on a minute, this could be going somewhere. So a big positive there for Carrillo.
It's pressing with containment. With quick. When we're up there, we're doing the things that most fans want attacking teams to do. Get balls in the box, across the bar line. It's not high, drill it.
Exactly, because it's going to go anywhere.
And look at Bournemouth. Nice, easy pass in the middle. Shalabar, okay, we've talked about on length why that didn't happen. And again, Shalabar had another chance where you're going to the bar line, you're cutting inside, and players will run. We've got players like Shalabar, Richarlison, Gray, all these players, and Carrillo now, running into the box.
Exactly. We have got back up.
And it's a different style of play. We're playing past football.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing. And look how well it worked for Swansea.
Yeah, exactly.
Before Gary Monk came and changed their whole philosophy. It does work. If you play it in the right way and don't go gun-ho, it does work.
Yeah, agree, Colin. Agree. Once he finds his feet,
both of them.
And I don't think it's going to take him long on the basis of yesterday. Even against
he's played in the Champions League.
Yeah, the boy's played in the Champions League, so he's got. You know, he's good.
Go on YouTube and have a look at it, Colin. Honestly, they've got a montage, and I know I told Dino to do it, and he's had a look at it, and he was impressed. I said, "Look, mate, you will see the best and the worst of him, but mostly best. And we can get him like that. And he's already said in his interview, I know it was subtitled and stuff like that, but in his interview, Silva was the main reason why he moved here, because he already worked with him, and he knows Silva can get the best out of him.
Yep,
that relationship's already struck straight away, so the bedding in will be much easier.
My question is, is the translator going to be called in? Because can Carrillo speak English?
Well, he's ordered every player to start speaking English. I reckon it won't take long.
So I think Richarlison's the exception because he's come straight out of Brazil.
And also, I think the football language, they said about Richarlison, that the football language is universal. So that helps. If he can just get him on side on that sort of regard, and then gradually build him into English, we won't have a problem.
Yeah. So, it looks,
as long as they can play the language of football, you know, that's job done already on the pitch, and then just work on the English side of it, off of it.
Hey, hello, Mark. Hello, mate.
He's gone away from the bench. That's all we know at the moment.
Yeah, Mark, we haven't got a clue what's going on with him. I've been checking social media to find out what's going on, and nothing is being reported as to where he could be going or to what's happened.
It does help because he has worked.
It's watch this space, Mark. I think we can't even say what club he could be going to if he is leaving. You know, I don't think anyone knows what club he's going to.
I think eventually, Colin, he will have more of a smattering of English eventually, just to integrate a bit more. But it does help that Silva and Carrillo speak the same language, so that bit is communication. It was different with Walter because half of them couldn't speak Italian anyway. So, and he couldn't speak English even though he lived in Manchester for 4 years.
That's just fantastic. That's deluded transfer.
Yeah, the stench is ripe. I'll tell you.
Yes, very ripe indeed. But
going back to Silva a certain way, we can immediately now, after even 3 games, I mean, pre-season aside, can identify how we're going to play. Yeah, scrap the cup game. How we're playing. Mm-hmm. We know we set up primarily as a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Flat back 4. Mm-hmm. We've been begging for that all last season. We've finally got it. We've got 2 attacking forwards and 1 central striker. We still play with 1 central striker, but it's how you play with them. And if we can identify with Silva's what style of play.
Exactly.
And it does get you excited because he will not budge from that philosophy. And if you believe in a philosophy, I mean, it'll help if we don't get injuries.
Yeah, I think this is the other thing as well. I think we've already seen that we've got a couple of injuries, but it's guys that have come back from injury that have picked up niggling injuries.
They've said as well that he has stated that Deeney is adapting himself to this philosophy. Because
he's still adapts his style of play. So that's more worrying for me.
But look at it on Tuesday. I know it's like a second team or a reserve team, but when we had Deeney up front, and this is not knocking Deeney, this is a general sort of observation. When we had Deeney up front, we went long.
We did go long a little bit.
And he said about mentality, we covered this on Thursday, but he said about mentality on Tuesday, the mentality of this football team. But when you've got a player like Deeney in that position, that is one main way he likes to play. He's up high because that's his bread and butter.
Yeah,
I know he's adapting to it, but that's his bread and butter. That's how he wants to play. That's why it's taking so long to adapt. That's what he's doing.
Just seeing what Russ put. That last bit, Akaka removed to Leeds. How the hell are Leeds going to be able to afford his wages? I don't even see how that's going to happen. I'd love to see that one comes through.
I'll just say Chris Wood.
But then they've got to sustain it. They've got to sustain it.
If it depends if they're just on loan, they'll just have to pay his wages. And
that sounds like a permanent deal. By the sounds of it, linked with a move. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Is it going to be a loan? Could it be another loan?
It would be good for a success. I would admit that. Send him down the Championship. If we're not going to play him, send him down there.
Yeah,
he would be great at Leeds. Yeah,
but no, there's something going on in the background again. I don't know if we're going to go down the Caputo route from pre-season, whether they've gone and had a spat with each other.
I don't think we're ever going to know, to be 100% fair, because a lot of the water stuff we didn't know. No. We just assumed it happened because you could see it out on the pitch. The success thing, we blatantly knew he fell out with it.
The body language of the players said it all under Matt's arm.
Usually you can anticipate it, you can interpret it on the pitch from a fan point of view. If the players don't want to play for them, you can see that on the pitch, it's obvious.
Hey, we're live in a yellow cab in New York. Fantastic.
Boom!
Suren, say hello to the taxi driver for us. Yeah, that'd be.
I'll just go,
that'll
howdy,
make my day. Yeah, yeah.
Howdy, partner. Oh, it's Texas.
No, that's Texas. No, don't do that. God, blimey, you're going to get us in trouble now,
Just
mate.
get some coffee.
Yeah, we're going to have coffee.
Soccer. Just say soccer chat. We've got coffee.
Yeah.
He'll know what I mean, honestly, sir. Just tell him that. Just tell him that. I speak New Yorkian or whatever it is.
Yeah, I do agree with that, Colin, that, with the sale of...
God, blimey, really?
But, they've got the money to spend. Like Milan? What? Hang on, Jay.
This is not Luca Blissett.
Hang on. There's two Milans. Is it Inter or AC, Jay?
No, International.
Well, I call him Inter. I don't care. I got a feeling it might actually be Inter. I can't see him fitting in at AC with the players they bought this summer.
He's Inter Milan. Yeah. He's into Milan. That's what.
No, that wouldn't surprise me either. But
he'd be a good fit in Milan. Actually, joking aside, he would actually be a good fit in Milan. Well, he's Italian, so that's a start.
Yeah, he would, and it's World Cup year, which is why he wants to play more, because he wants to get in the World Cup.
Yeah, of course.
He's made it clear. So.
Right. Yeah, I'll tell you. Put it down.
Go on.
I think.
Hit me with it.
Yeah, hit me. I will hit you with my ribbon stick later, but the. Shalabar, if he's going to play, I'm going to put the thing on the line. Shalabar's going to make the World Cup squad.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout.
I think he's going to make World Cup squad. This is someone's going to say well over the top, which is fine. That's your opinion, but I think he's going to make World Cup squad. I'm going to say it now.
He's yesterday. Yeah, again, he was another positive when we went down to 10 men. He seemed to play well.
His confidence is going to take a absolute leap.
His confidence is growing.
Hard work. He was
working hard yesterday. And you could see at the end, near enough all of them were physically shattered. You could see it, and Silva actually came on the pitch and actually hugged every single one of them individually.
Is that togetherness that like I say, harking back identity, togetherness? I know it's early in the thing, but the rapport, they could want you can see at the moment they want to play for him. And that will help us when we have a bad run, which we will have. It will help get through that bad spell when players want to play for you.
Yeah,
it's positive.
Exactly.
Like I say, promising.
It's positive and promising. That's the thing. Things you've got to look at. And I feel because yesterday you could see the way Silva set the team up, and the bench we had as well. Only having one defender on the bench says it all for me. That he's preparing to attack every game.
But playing it in the right way, not gun ho, doing it in the right way. Playing football in the right way.
Back up on the bench yesterday of Success, Deeney, Carrillo, and Capu. Four strong attacking players. I'm not too sure about Capu. I'm probably going to get shot down for that.
But on the Bournemouth evidence, yes.
Yes, at the Bournemouth evidence, yes.
We'll go with the Bournemouth, not the Bristol City Capu. Bournemouth Capu.
And if we hadn't, and I know we're going to go back, I'm going to briefly go back to it, but if we hadn't got the red card, and the subs could have been done differently, who knows what might have happened?
Well, here's a question, because I've got Craig Ramage here and Capu behind you. On their day for Watford, who was better in their respectable eras? Ramage on their day. Ramage or Capu? I know it's a different league, but on both things, who was better, Ramage or Capu?
Yeah. Oh, that's a toughie.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably go with Capu. I think because my reasons last season at the start he was phenomenal.
Yes. He
played brilliantly, and he was getting forward, and we were finally seeing what we've been waiting to see from him. Just a
shame he never carried it on throughout the season.
It is a shame, and I think
it was a shame, and that's not jokingly. It was a shame.
It was genuine because everyone could see it. Everyone in the stands could see it.
We knew what a good player he was, and he was showing it. He was showing
it.
We all knew, but people outside of were a bit skeptical.
And then he went into switch off mode, which was completely not needed at the time when we needed everyone switched on and wanting to play. So,
right, another note of caution. Like I say, the promising start. Let's just pray, and I know this is jumping the gun. Let's just pray we can carry this on after January. But for some reason, we switch off after January.
He's not going to allow it to happen.
No.
If Silver sees him switching off,
I'm confident this won't happen.
He's going to fire a rocket up them, and if they carry on doing it, it'll be like, right, you're out the team.
Yeah.
He's only going to want people that are playing, that want to play, and I think this is where the mentality is going to switch round after Christmas. I really do see it.
2 years of this rubbish after Christmas.
Yeah,
and Silver's got the foundations right now, which should togetherness. It should carry us over that little period of nervousness. You know, it's going to get nervous about January.
Yeah, we know it's going to happen.
He'll carry it on. He'll carry it on.
Yeah, he just will not let them rest.
No.
He will tell them, we carry on playing. We play for 38 games a season. That means from the first whistle to the end of the last game. That is when we stop, at the end of the last game.
Yeah.
So,
this back to this Gibbs transfer. You said 5 million. I'll go with that at the moment. That is great value. If we can get him for 5 million, that is considering they wanted 15 to start with.
And the only reason why it's gone down that low is because Arsenal have realised that they're not going to get the 15 million they want for him. So
that's obscene.
and plus his wages as well. Now,
coupled with his wages, it's obscene. That's the current thing, but it is obscene.
So who knows what's going to happen? Hopefully, maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, they push it over the line.
I'll welcome him with open arms. I think he's a really good player. The only thing that I know me and Dino discussed this Thursday before that it was always the fee that worried me. It wasn't the fact of the player itself, because I know when he's played, he's a good player.
Yep.
It was just the fee.
Uh-huh.
I know it's the current climate, it was just the fee. But if we can get him a bit cheaper, if we can get him for say we've got him for 5 million, we've got shoes for 5 million.
Yeah.
Okay, add-ons aside.
Yeah.
5 million straight off.
Shalabar,
5 million. You're 15 million for 3
English players.
Either under 21s or ex under 21 internationals. England international, Gibbs.
Yeah, he is. And he said this is why he wants to move, because he wants to try and force his way back.
And also he wants to play for Silver, apparently. I know there's different news articles and stuff. Apparently he wants to play
That's an interesting one. I was going to say, I haven't seen any articles about that.
But a lot of players have said that. They want to play for him because they know he wants to play football.
Well, here we go. Gino, if you are watching, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Gino.
Get your checkbook out, mate. Just do it. Get the checkbook out, sign the players, and then we can just carry on.
If you don't get this, I'll message this video over to Twitter for you, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll send it to you. We'll put a link in.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah. YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly. Don't forget, guys, YouTube channel as well. So if you can't ever catch us on here, either on a Thursday or a Sunday, everything gets uploaded soon after. So remember, check out the YouTube channel as well. Hit subscribe, and you can watch more back then. You can watch previous ones as well. So.
My good-looking self, and this young man here,
and
Dino.
And Dino, he's somewhere over there.
The Mr. Interactive today. Yeah. He will be back on Thursday.
He's on the dark side. It's actually that dark in there at the minute.
He's not a Jedi. He's a Sith. That dark side.
I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, you just being it.
He's not Luton Sith, but he is Sith.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, but the transfers. I know I'm probably going to sound pessimistic. I don't want us to be doing dealings on transfer deadline day.
No.
Let's just get it done before the window shuts.
That's why I was glad the main transfers were done even before the season started.
And Silver, I remember Silver himself coming out and saying, I want this done and dusted.
Because you bed them in better. You're not going like 5 games in and you're getting 3 or 4 players that have just been signed on a Thursday about 10 o'clock at night that are going to be playing 2 days later because you're struggling. Luckily, we're not. We've had a solid start. I would say it's a solid. It's not amazing, but it's a solid. It's a promising solid start.
It is a promising solid start.
We ain't conceded 20 goals or anything like that. We've conceded 3, and that was the first game of the season.
I actually feel, and I know, again, it's early in the season, but I don't think we're going to concede anywhere near the amount of goals we conceded last
I've always said we're going to be a force at home, definitely.
Yeah. And it's at home we are going to be a force because, he's got to set up how he wants to set up at home. And like I said, and just going back again to yesterday's bench, the backup in attack that we had sitting on the bench was mind-blowing. If he could have used 2 of those players, all right, he got Deeney on with maybe the last 5, but that was just to give him a little run, get him back up to speed again. who knows what could have happened? Absolutely anything could have happened yesterday.
Out the next two games, Southampton and City. I know it's a bit far-fetched because we will be talking about it probably on the Thursday next Sunday during the international break. So we'll dust upon it anyway. But then Southampton, I think Southampton, Man City are the next two.
Yeah, they are. Southampton away.
Southampton away.
Man City home.
Yeah.
I would say, maybe 4 points. Let's compared to what we were.
Achievable. Look what they done against Bournemouth. We outplayed Bournemouth.
Exactly, we outplayed Bournemouth. It took Man City the 95th minute to get the winner. But the one thing we won't have with when we played Man City last season is they're not going to have an easy ride. Everyone could tell that that end game last season, the players had just given up.
Look at away. We had two really shocking bad defensive errors, one in that game. Yeah. Apart from that, we weren't outclassed in that game. That was away. I know they've vastly improved their squad in terms of their recruitment. They've spent obscene amounts of money. We
200 million. So
we've improved our team.
Exactly.
We're a much better side, a much better footballing side than last year. So, and even going away to Southampton not the finished product, especially going up front, they're not.
Exactly, and I think Southampton away is going to be a test. By the way, anyone going to Southampton away, let us know because I will be down there, and I'm actually staying down there as well. So if anyone, it is going to be very nice. So yeah, if you're going down, give us a shout and come and say hello to me when you're down there. I'll probably be half cut, but that's just normal.
I'm hoping to be at Man City. So
if you're not, I'll give you a red card. Huh? If you're not, I'll give you a red card.
No, not away. I'll go be at the home game.
Even home game.
I'm hoping to get the home game.
Yeah, so like I say, it is. Southampton's winnable.
Oh yeah,
Southampton is winnable because they seem.
It's going to be tough. I mean, Gabbiadini is a very, very good player. Jalen just dives. Yeah, Gabbiadini is a very good. Him and Tadic are their danger men.
I think if we keep them, we keep those two quiet, then all right, we've got to keep Redmond quiet because we all know what Redmond can do to
Charlie Austin as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got plenty of dangerous players. So but 4 points is not too far out of range.
Yeah, I think we'll get it's not sitting on the fence, but I think we'll get a draw as prediction-wise. A draw against City, 1-1. Yeah, possibly 1-1, and a 1-0 against 1-0 against Southampton. Yeah, there's always goals against Southampton. We always concede. So like I say, but if you boys want to slam your predictions in already or ask us a question, come on, feel free, hit us with a question. We're here to answer them. Well, it's not mastermind, so please, no general knowledge. Right, I'm also going to say with Deeney, Everton, I knew this last season. I got told this by a few Evertonians because I know a few. I keep getting reminded, one or two of them, especially the Gladys boys. They've said even last season they were looking at him. I personally don't think he's going to go until at least minimum January. I don't think he's even going to go this season. I just think, like I say, he just hasn't been able to get in the side because of it. The op. I said this last Sunday because of the op. And because the other players have played so well. Yeah, it's paper talk. It's all paper talk. They're just throwing it out because he's not playing. They know he's the captain and he's not playing. Until it goes to 11 o'clock on Thursday, we'll be getting this rubbish all the way there. Exactly. And including people that are coming here as well. There was actually one thing, just touching on Everton. Yeah. If you haven't actually seen the announcement, because this was another one that was kept a bit hush-hush, the away game with Everton is now Sunday, November 5th. If you were planning to go and you were going to start, guys, you might need to pick your travel plans because we're now kicking off on the Sunday. I don't know a kick-off time. I'm guessing it'll probably be 3 o'clock. We will be posting it, or Dave Quick certainly will be posting it. Dave will probably be posting it. He's that quick. He's quick by name, quick by nature, people. Yeah, so thanks again, Dave. Beats me to it as well half the time. Well, I posted the line-up. 2 seconds later, it's already done it. I said, you rascal. You and your news. Yeah, so like I say, if you haven't all seen it, the Everton game, Everton away, has been moved. And I will see you up there. Are you going to go up, are you? I'm definitely going to go for that one. Okay, I might join you. Yeah, this time we definitely got to go up for that one. Yeah. I've got to meet the Gladys lot anyway. I've got to go say hello to a few of them. And you might see another deluded plonker get on the website again. Yeah, I will be posting pictures. No, I won't actually because they're terrible. It's the 15-minute. Honestly, they put the 15-minute warning on. We were there about an hour and a half before kickoff, and they said 15-minute warning. 15 minutes plus the extra hour and a quarter. That's what it was. The 15-minute. Wish they had a 15-minute water travel up. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think I'll be doing the own.
I'll tell you what. I'll guarantee it'll be a better game than last year anyway. So
it will be. It'll be a lot better game than last year. So, but yeah, that's one I'm looking forward to. So I need to be covered. I was going to say, if anyone's got any more news, possibly if anyone's coming in, whether Sky have broken something in the last couple of hours, we've not seen it.
Probably a camera, but
yeah, probably have broken the camera. Do message it on here or actually just post it on here. If anything breaks and you guys see it, upload it.
I think it's great that I think Hughes will still stay as under 21. Shalabor's called up to the seniors, so that's 2 internationals straight away.
Prodel and Batman have gone off with Austria.
Batman and Prodel.
Yeah, Batman and Prodel. That's the backup goalkeeper, if anybody's wondering. I've got a feeling Pantilemon's gone with Romania.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else.
Yeah, Miyagi called him up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kung Fu kid.
I'm trying to think who else up front.
Well, we obviously Cathcart, we got starters in terms of the international fix gone.
I don't know about the Familiar Nationals for Spain. I don't think he has.
I don't know. He can, but I don't think he does.
Maybe Rich Arlison's gone with the under-20s.
Yeah.
If they've got anything coming up, they could have gone there. You could be going with them.
I'd love to see Panoranda. Can you imagine we had him as well? God. If only. I know it's if onlys, but...
I'll tell you what, I'll actually say this right now, and anyone can shoot me over this as well. If we've got Pandara, I don't think we would have signed Andre Gray. I don't think we would have signed him.
It looks good now because at the end of the season, when he hopefully, fingers crossed, we actually do get his work permit.
Yeah, I was going to say there doesn't seem to be much in the way of what we've got to do to get his work permit up. No. So I don't know if anyone watching, can you fill us in what he's got to do to get the permit granted? Because I do believe that could be one seriously scary forward line.
Young, hungry international player, that will push every single player and give them selection headaches. And at the moment, we've got one other selection headache now, but coming up the end of the window, if we get a couple more players in, which I no doubt we will.
I'll tell you what, actually, the one player I do want to see leave, and it's all because of Tuesday night, Ben Watson. You can go. Ben Watson can leave after Tuesday night.
I would say he's been a good servant.
Yeah, he has been a good servant. I'm sorry. The way he played on Tuesday night, he was part of the reason we switched to hoofball tactic.
I'll tell you what, though, our first goal, though.
That was good.
That was good. I'll do sort of the one positive I come out of that game was that goal was well done, and that is a Silva goal. That's how Silva wants us to play.
Exactly, it is how he wants us to play. And we almost had another one. There was some great interplay that set up Andre Gray, but he just sort of snatched at his shot and it just didn't come off.
It's just one of those ones that on any other day that he would have caught that well.
On another day, it's flying in the back of the net. So
all in all, summary of the first 3 games. Like I say, we always say promising. It's promising. It's good. The signs are there.
It's exciting.
It's exciting, yeah. Promising, exciting.
I don't think I've found one Watford fan yet who is not happy with the style of play that we are doing at the minute.
It's positive. The thing is, though, as well, it will look. I mean, we all love to have a bit of a moan last season, but now we've got this thing to. We can't moan. We can't moan at our play.
No, I can moan. It's
good.
It's absolutely brilliant. And long may it continue for a very long time to come, which I'm sure it will do.
As much as we all like to moan, including me, the more. Tell me about it. But the more we shut up and keep quiet, the more they can do that to us, the better.
Exactly.
And like I said, if we don't post anything, I'd rather go quiet and post the occasional, oh, this is amazing, well done, boys, rather than posting like 20 threads or, no, this is rubbish, oh, he's got to go, or he's got to be sold, or blah, blah, blah. If this form stays quiet and a few positive threads, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's positivity everywhere. That's how I say it. The aura of positivity.
We've got Capo, we've got Ramage, positivity.
I just don't think you understand. So I don't understand. But all the signs are there, and we're just going to have to wait and see how the transfer window now unfolds in the last few days.
Right, we're going to wrap this up in a minute, but thank you every single person who's watched today. We had well over 12, 13 people at one stage, so well done, guys.
And the fact that we're international, especially in New York with the taxi driver.
International now. New York, in a taxi.
Surin, get that man to tell all these cabbie mates that you know.
It's about 3 o'clock over there, isn't it? 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
It's about 3 o'clock, isn't it?
It's about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, about 3 o'clock, I think.
Ooh, late afternoon.
Yes, lovely. So, but yeah, guys, like we always say every week, tell your friends, tell your family, get everyone signed up, because we just want to get this more and more and more. And if you can't, and we always say, if you can't get to the live feed, just wait for a day or two. It all appears on the YouTube channel, TaylorMade Army TV. Get over there, hit subscribe, and it gets uploaded.
We will post the link, but just go on YouTube and, like Moobs said, just put TaylorMade Army TV.
Not all as one word; it's all separated as well.
Also, while we've got a few viewers here, just anyone that wants to do vlogs at the game, we're not going to do spot interviews because we know WD81 do it.
WD18.
WD18.
Yeah, it's WD18.
WD18 already do it, so that's out the window already. We're going to do vlogs. We're going to do something different to what every other lot are doing. So we do our podcast. We're going to do vlogs. So anyone who wants to do vlogs, more than welcome. Let us know what you want to do. You do it your way. We're not going to dictate how you want to do it. But if you want to do it, message me, Moobs, Dino, but message us on here. Yeah. You know, put Peter. You could private message on here as well. So do that.
Yeah. Or if you're friends with any of us, just use Messenger and just have a quick chinwag with us.
Yeah, go over to WD18 as well as
I was going to say WD18 are actually on Instagram as well. So if you've got Instagram on your phone, if you've got an Instagram account, hit them up, because the more followers they get, the bigger it's going to be.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're all one big family. We ain't in competition with it. Also, as well, we do this. We're not in any competition with any other forum. Join every other forum. The Cursing Hornet. Enjoy the game. What else we got? The 1881.
Yeah, Hornet's Nest.
Hornet's Nest. Join them all. This is no competition, but we want to be as big as them.
Yeah, we want to try and get up. We want to try and get this up towards how many members they've got.
It's not who gets as many members wins. We're not going. It's nothing like that. Let's get us up to there. Keep sharing us. Let's get up to be one of the premier ones alongside them.
Yeah, exactly.
Alongside them.
So
which we are at the moment. Even though we've got 400 plus amazing followers on there.
That's brilliant. 400. So
every single person, thank you.
Even if you've got family, even if some of your family live overseas, sir, and I know you probably spreading the word over there.
Which you are.
And in California, keep telling them. Tell them all. Just tell them all over there. Tell them to sign up. I think I accepted about 2 or 3 more today, so it was great. And also welcome to all the current new members as well.
Yeah, guys, and thank you, every single person. You, Dave, Dino, the rest of them. Well done, guys. Colin, Jay, Russell, all you guys. Thank you for posting so much stuff on the forum. Keep it coming. If it's news, don't worry. It don't have to be news. Discussions. Put discussions on it.
Exactly.
Start a debate. Yeah,
do a poll.
Do a poll. Yeah.
Not grand poll, but do a poll.
I don't have to do a grand poll. I think it's been done many times. So the video's out. So it's not on YouTube. The censored.
I was going to say it's all censored, so you can't watch it on YouTube.
You feel like you've been done by grand poll if you have been rapping too.
Yeah, you have many a time. I know you have.
That's why I'm sitting down, mate. Offside, gentlemen.
Offside. There's the justice in that one.
No, but Thursday night. We will be, but obviously we'll be back. Same spot, 8 o'clock. We will talk about the latest transfers. That'll be the main topic of conversation, obviously, because we haven't got a game move week, thank God. So I won't be moaning about some League Cup rubbish or anything like that.
And we haven't got games Saturday either.
No, but we'll talk once again. We'll touch on the international break, and also main topics. If you guys message anything in, we will make your stuff the main topics. We choose stuff, but we will make your stuff main topics.
You just actually prompted me, because I remember one of the lads very early this morning when I went to work actually messaged on here because he couldn't actually join the live feed because he was doing something else.
Right.
He asked me to to talk about Capu, the situation. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? My viewing is that he's going to stay. I don't see him going.
I want him to stay.
I think like we touched on a couple of weeks back, whoever, I think there was probably a disagreement in training with him and Silva. It got resolved, it got sorted out, and now they're back on the same sheet. They're singing from the same hymn sheet.
Yeah, they're on the same wavelength, same song sheet, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So for me, I don't see Cafu going. Like I said earlier, Watson, he can go. Been a great servant, but I'm sorry, your time's up.
But the thing is, for the sake of his career, he's still got a lot to offer. He's only 31, 32. It'd be a very good championship player.
Yeah, and there was 2 clubs who were to be going for him. I think one was Cardiff, and
if I was him, I'd go Cardiff at the moment. Yeah. Especially with Warnock. I know people hate Warnock, but I'll tell you what, the one thing he is good, he's a very good coach in the championship, and it'll be a good marriage for him.
Yeah, I think I could see that one working out. So like I say, I think maybe 1 or 2 fringe players probably going to go on loan.
Capu's not going to be one of them. I agree with that.
Capu is going to be one of them. I know, actually, also, this has been getting touted quite a bit in the last 24 hours, and that is Jerome Sinclair. Looks like he's going off to Sheffield United for the season.
That's good side. That's a good thing for them and for him.
I think that's what he needs, because I don't think he's going to get any game time. So hopefully if that loan move does come off, that'll go and get his confidence up. And
I'll be happy with that, and I'll be happy. I think permanent transfer for Watson, loan for Sinclair. Especially Sheffield United is a good club to go on loan to. Yeah. It'll help him. It'll help us. And we'll get back at the end of the season.
And I'll tell you, and one other thing, I know we said we were going to sign off.
No. We'll do it for in 4 minutes if we have to. Go on.
Does Amrabat stay or go?
No, at the moment. I said this on Thursday as well. No, at the moment, and I'm good you brought it up. No, at the moment, because we're still waiting Zarate, Pereira. If we had them fully fit and ready to go, I would say send them out on loan.
Yeah, the reason I was going to say, and the reason why I say this, I don't know if anyone's seen the thing I posted yesterday from Charlie Nicholas's post-match review. He was actually very, very annoyed that Silva took Amrabat off. And he said he didn't understand why he took him off. He said he should have taken someone else and left Amrabat on. Now, I know there's a few of us that like him, there's a few of us that dislike him right now, but Charlie Nicholas is still singing his praises, and I think he's possibly going to go into one if we sell him. I really can see him going into one if we sell him.
I did say, like I said, the poll I put no. I believe the Britos thing was more to, like I say, I know we're not going on about Britos. The Britos poll one was about us getting extra bodies in. It's the same with Amrabat.
Yeah,
we had the bodies to replace him, yes, but at the moment, no. Britos, no, if we haven't got the bodies.
Taxi driver likes Barcelona. Is his name Manuel? Surin, is his name Manuel? Because he's from Barcelona. I'll get that one in.
Yeah. Say hello to Basil for me too.
Yeah. Tell him Basil says hello.
Basil.
So like I say, guys, it's going to be interesting with the transfer window. What's going to happen? No one's got a clue. But if you see something online that could be happening with Watford, post it. Upload it and post it. Don't let someone else do it. Upload it and post it.
Don't even post it on a Thursday when we're doing it here to ask us. Post it before, post it. Even if it's a rumour. We're not going to... We have a laugh about the sources, but, that is just a laugh. If you think someone's told you from outside the club in downtown Toronto...
Hello, Anthony from Toronto. Hello, sir. Lovely for you to join us. I hope it's nice and hot over there at the minute.
Sorry, we're almost finishing, Anthony, but
I was going to say, cheers for joining in. That's fantastic.
Go on YouTube, Anthony.
Jay's come back. AC Milan. Well, right. Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on that. If that happens,
I still think that'll be a good move for him.
It probably would be, but the money they've spent on players this summer is ridiculous. They've basically done a Man City, but brought forwards instead.
Roberto. Or Roberto Carlos. Roberto.
But yeah, like I said, but Anthony, welcome, and like I say,
pleasure to have you, mate.
Toronto's a magnificent place.
It's another country we've covered now.
Yeah, well, I was going to say I've got to get my family rigged up because they're all over that way.
Yes, the Toronto posse is live and well.
Yeah, they're a bit further over than Toronto's.
Well, we'll get there eventually anyway. We're making tracks already.
Yeah, we're making tracks.
International Hornets.
Yeah, International Hornets. And remember,
Russell. No, I do agree with that.
Yeah, I forgot about that one as well.
Yeah,
I've had a brain freeze today. I really have.
Right, let's finish up with Silimani there.
The Slimani.
Silimani.
Silimani. Well,
Silimani. I was
the only way that Slimani is going to turn up at Watford is if Akaka goes.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a like-for-like replacement.
Send Akaka out on loan, and they get Slimani.
Yeah, I don't know. I still wouldn't send him out on loan, mate.
No.
But yeah,
if Slimani was the replacement, then I would. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'm going to give you that.
Only if that's him, because I've seen enough of him to convince me that. Hasn't he worked with Silva?
Yes, Slimani has worked with Silva in Lisbon, so it's another link up from an old club. So, like I say, it's Telcasi supports Watford.
I called it as well, Colin. I'm totally agreeing with you, mate. He will make the World Cup squad.
Yeah, I think at the moment there's.
I do agree, mate. And you said this a few times. He's got the potential.
Is that Shalabar?
Shalabar.
Yeah, Shalabar has the
right grounding.
What you got
luck.
And what you've got to remember is, and this is how big it is. Frank Lampard come out and criticised Chelsea for selling him. That's how much.
And look at
he was
Lampard
valued.
When Harry Redknapp defended him when they kept him and let go of that other kid who at the time was actually playing better than Lampard.
Exactly.
And look what happened. I know it's one of the greatest big ups probably in English football history when he said he will go all the way.
Yeah.
And he backed his judgment and fair play there. That could be a similar sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And
and Redknapp's now Redknapp. Lampard. Frank is doing what his uncle has done.
Yep.
And backed up someone that you would think, not say crazy, not like saying it's a similar sort of thing, and said, look, this guy will go all the way.
He will go all the way.
People look at Frank Lampard and say, fair play, mate, you were right at the start.
Like I say, I can't remember who the other person was that came out and said why are Chelsea selling him.
Ramage, no question. I'm with you, mate.
Right, you two can have Ramage. I'm having Capoue, right? That's because of different eras. So the main
different eras, that way. There's different qualities with both of them. Ramage, he can bend the ball over similar to a Barnsley way. How he'll flick it over the wall. And Ramage used to say, you flick it over the wall, most of the time it goes in. Because the goalkeeper's always covering the other side.
Exactly.
If you flick it over that wall, if you put enough bend in it, it goes in. Yeah. And he can spray a ball with just lifting the ball. He doesn't have to put any power in it.
Yes, Mark, I do. I agree. When he feels like it.
Yeah. And that was the same with Ramage, though, to be fair. Ramage, when he felt like it, he was a good player. But laziest was the benefit of his regular mask. He does.
Yeah, he does, Russ. He does benefit. And he said he had to do it. So, I completely agree. It's been, I'm glad he came to us.
Yeah.
And I think he was the only one that was going to come to us.
Right, guys, I'm going to put this up tonight. This is always going to be archived up on TaylorMade TV, TaylorMade Army TV.
Mm-hmm. So, all one word.
All in one word. TMA, gentlemen. TMA.
And we'll post the link for it as well on the page.
Yeah.
So
I'll post the channel. I'll post the link. Moobs will do his bit as well.
Thank you, Kit, backing me up.
There's arguments for both.
I was going to say there is arguments.
I couldn't really argue with you if you said Capoue.
Yeah,
I couldn't really argue.
There's pros and cons. So
Kit, it's a good shout, mate.
Yeah, fantastic shout. So
that's why I answered that question, because I know it was split down the middle for a lot of people, especially people who saw Ramage.
Yeah,
it's split down the middle.
It is split. This was always fully Capoue when he feels like it.
So that Ramage had that trouble as well. Ramage used to do that. He'd have a problem with his weight and he'd just be slow. But I go with Ramage because of his passing.
Too many pies.
Too many pies for him. I actually asked him, he said, what do you feed this kid on? This is when I was 15, I was taller than him then. But I was taller than Freddie West, a.k.a. Derek Payne at that stage. Payne was about 4 foot high anyway, compared to me anyway. Right,
fantastic.
Thursday night, 8 o'clock, we'll share the link. Moobs is going to do his bit anyway. He always shares the links.
Yeah.
We'll share the link to this one. 5 million. Yeah, I think you're spot on, mate.
Yeah, I think it is 5 million.
8 o'clock, guys. We're going to go because it's past my bedtime. And
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, mate. Milk and cookies for me, mate.
Yeah.
Message your thing. When I post this post this event up, I put on, and I know Jay and Colin always add a little piece in when I put up a list of topics. If I put a list of topics up, put stuff underneath on the comments, and I'll add them on. And then what I'll do is I'll put them on our pad that we've got here, so we can queue onto them and make sure we always cover them and any additional stuff that you guys do. So make sure you do that as well.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Keep posting and posting and posting and posting.
Right. And it's good night from him.
And it's good night from me.
You've been beautiful.
Yeah.
We've been TMA.
Exactly.
Good night,
Take
gentlemen.
care. Good night.